this, see? Is that enough for you? Da, 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 da. Brought to you in part by St. Croix Rods, best rods on earth. Strike King Lure Company, #1 in fishing lures. Ardent, pure performance, all-American. This week on Extreme Angler TV. Oh yeah, see? Yeah.
And today I'm going to show you one of the great baits that Strike King has to offer. It's called a Shadowlicious.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Extreme Angler. This week, late August, I'm gonna play a game that we all played when we were small. You know, with your mom or dad, they counted 10 or 15 or 20 and said, go and hide and I'll seek and find you. And it was playtime. It was pretty good, wasn't it? So that's what I'm gonna do today with these bass. Largemouth, maybe some smallmouth, maybe a mix back and forth. I'm fishing a popular lake, which has got a really good river system off it and stuff, okay? It's got some current, it's got some minnows, it's got channels, it's got all different kinds of things that potentially can hold bass. I'm gonna fish different baits. I'm gonna show you how I dissect it, how I have fun, and how I find those fish that are hiding by seeking them out, throwing the baits right into the holes, looking for fish that are potentially hiding in those little spots. So let's go out, let's have some fun, and see where these fish are hiding. Now for today, I got that 7-1 Legend Tournament Bass medium power casting rod with the Fischerflage Tournament Edge, okay? 17-pound fluorocarbon. And here's the good stuff right here. Little tour grade finesse jig. They came out now with the 3/8. Last year I used quarter a lot. Now they introduced the 3/8. It's got a little real soft weed guard. Just brushes off those little branches and things like that. So you can put it in somewhat nasty stuff. But I like to swim this a lot and working on those edges of the weed and stuff. And it's got the small Okeechobee blue craw, fine wire, real sharp hook. I always put the file to that thing, and that's my little piece de resistance, because the largemouth and smallmouth in this river system off the lake are going to eat it. Now when I'm putting up and down these rivers like this little channel that's off the main river that I'm fishing off the main lake. Now I see little pads like this, grass, etc., but it's on a flat that really doesn't have a lot of potential in my mind, okay? I want to stay close to the river channel edges. The stuff that cuts in tight when the channel goes to the left, where it drops off, those stumps, those grass beds, those pads and things. These things on the outside like this, although they do look potentially good, if there was nothing else there, I would fish this. But the fish just seem to find the best hiding spots. These could have fish, they might have fish, but I'm gonna keep going to spots close to the river edges where it bends, rivers turn like this, ambush spots where fish maybe are holding, that they can eat either their perch or just comfort areas in good hiding spots where potentially something like my baits come by that they can eat. So when you see this kind of stuff like this, if it's all flat, that's the only thing available, all right. But when you're in a river system, try to find those little contour edges close to the main channel, and I'll bet you'll find those bigger bass. See what I mean? They go under trees all the time. He's not a big fish, but look where he's hiding. He's hiding under that tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Count to 10, I'll come and find you. Little largemouth, look where he was, right there. See that? Little boy. Look over here, what do I see? Some trees. Let's pick up that little finesse football to 3/8 ounce. I married up with an Okeechobee craw. Little rage craw, okay? Little black, little blue fleck. Killer little thing. Really sharp hook and a real light weed guard. 17-pound fluoro. My favorite St. Croix. Ardent tournament edge. And it's time to find them all. Where are you, boy? Where are you in there? Let's see. There's a real good edge in there. He came out real fast. That's a fantastic sign when they come out like that quick. Shows you the mood that they're in, the aggressiveness. And you know what? Sometimes just getting a couple good fish or decent fish in the morning gives you a good idea what kind of bite they could be on. So you get all your good stuff so you can catch the big ones. Let's keep going. Another backup rod, the 7.4 Legend Tournament Bass again, heavy action with the Ardent Elite edge. And that little Denny Brauer Premier Pro, I trimmed it back, a little brown, a little bit of green, pumpkin and stuff. It's just phenomenal. But I trimmed it back with a little KVD chunk, okay? So the smallmouth in this as well are not intimidated, so they just don't pull down the chunk all the time and I get frustrated. It's a small little profile. They see that, and they see the little finesse jig, they're gonna eat them both. But I have different combinations. This is rigged with the 20-pound fluorocarbon. I'm gonna put this in the nasty stuff. Sometimes you gotta put it right inside and then hold on. All you can see there, just go, and then right away, boom, he's on it. You lift up and you just feel some weight. It's a fantastic feeling. Absolutely fantastic feeling. You know he's picked up your bait and he's got it. And then it's go time. There's like little holes and pockets in this weed where it all looks the same depth. It's not. Go. Get it, mate. That's what I mean. Hiding in the arrowhead. The jig finds him, boy. Look at that. Penetration. Premier Pro. I'll put him in there. I'm gonna see what kind of limit I can get before I let him go. It's just a chunky little fish, but it's where they are. I just love largemouth. You know why? Because man, oh man, they are so predictable and where they could be, where they usually are, and there's a hiding spot right there. I'm gonna show this to you. Look at this. See that log? It's got arrowheads, and that fish either came out of the arrowhead or the log. I have no idea. All I just saw was a flash and my bait just moved. I just set the hook. You saw the rest. But that's what you want to look for. It's a little flat, arrowheads, got some depth here. And look at this, right here. Let me show you how it looks in the water. That's where that jig fell. Right about here it fell, right there. He was either under the log or on the arrowheads. He came out and did what he likes to do, and that is eat the jig. So when you see little spots like this, look how shallow it is. Foot and a half, it don't matter. Those fish find it, that's where they live. That's where you gotta fish. So, we found one good decent one hiding in this stuff. Let's see who else is hiding out here. Let's keep going. Now here's what I'm talking about. See this little grassy point? Look at this, it's all flat. There's shallow, there's some wood there, etc. It's not the highest potential stuff. But when you see what I'm fishing right here, I'm sitting right now in 8 feet and it's coming up. There's the channel edge. So I'm gonna pitch the little finesse jig out like that on these little points of these little spots. Potentially where fish, maybe if they're cruising along the river edges like that, they could be cruising just on this outside edge. Just going by. Largemouth, couple smallmouth, who knows what. That's my focus. That stuff up there, maybe. There's real heavy stuff, there may be some logs where the largemouth could be, okay. If not, I'll keep zigzagging this river, look at the sonar, and pitch out, look for those smallmouth or largemouth that are sitting on those edges. See, this is a corner right here. Potential edge those fish can be. big smallmouth. 3 of them. Please stay. 3 big smallmouth. Well, let's look at them right here. Oh my God, ready? Small one grabbed it. There's another one there too with them. Look 'em. See how you gotta be ready? Tour grade finesse. Wow, I saw both other ones going down and this one turned and grabbed it. Son of a gun, eh? Still a decent little fish. You know why? Because you came out of your hiding spot. He was just on that river edge where the grass goes down. Look how brown they are. Now that's a real bronzeback, isn't it? Look at them, beautiful fish. All bronzy, all through, like brown like wood. Whoa, let's let him go. He's a nice one. I'm looking for his brothers that were going with him. I saw 2 other ones there too. Just like anything, eh? The smaller one, he grabs it first. Let's see if those other ones are still hanging around here and want to eat. Oh, should we be prepared? You gotta be prepared. Have your baits, your rods, everything close to where you want it. So when you see fish like that, my focus is on this channel edge. Look down and see 3 brown ones swimming down. Son of a gun. And I just change up the baits, man. You know, tour grade, finesse, football jig, the rodent, pro model jig, hack attack jig. Have a variety, different things, you know. Let the fish see different things. Whatever things give me confidence. Anything a fish bites gives me confidence. And now it's time for the Cottage Angler, presented by Lucky Strike. More fish fight with Lucky Strike.
Hi, I'm Strike King Pro Luke Estel, and today I'm going to show you one of the great baits that Strike King has to offer. It's called the Shadowlicious. This model right here is a 4.5-inch bait. I rigged this bait on a 5/0 weighted hook. The key to keep this bait running straight is to make sure when you put the hook through the body that it's straight up and down. If it's off to one side or the other, it'll run left or right. So just to correct it, you just lift the body up and move it left or right until it's perfectly straight. When bass get conditioned to a spinnerbait, this is when I turn to the Shadowlicious. It's a great bait in the fall. It's great to throw around grass clumps, and the best part about it is you can catch some big fish. This is a 5/0 mustad hook, and I just slide it right through the middle, right in between the eyes, directly in the center of the Shadowlicious. So I just hold it, and I bend it, and I push it straight up through the bait. And then I look at it and make sure it's straight. And I might even take a couple casts with it, and if it runs left or right, then I'll move it accordingly. But you have to have this bait running straight. Right here we got some grass clumps, and here's where I'm going to show you how to throw this Shadowlicious around the grass clumps. What you do is you pick edges. The bass are actually in the edges of the grass, and they're waiting for shad or bluegill to swim by. So I take this bait right here and I just pitch it all around the edges of the grass, just like this. I'm going to show you. Big grass clump like that, and I'm just going to ease it past it. A nice steady retrieve. When a bass does strike it, sometimes they'll keep following it. Wait before you set the hook until you feel that bass on there. That's one problem I see a lot of anglers have, is that immediately when they feel the strike, they tend to set the hook. You can't do that with this swim bait. You have to wait till you feel pressure on your line before you set the hook.
Now when I find these small pad sections, real small, I'll look for the things that are thick in it. The stems, maybe a stump, a log, sometimes there's even rocks. It's a bonus. I'll try to find the things that were within the pads that'll hold those fish. A lot of times if it's one isolated log, or a little bit of sand or a rock, Just something that fish can relate to. That's all it is. That's all it is. Definitely have to hit those. Then work that secondary stuff too. But look for something where it's a little bit different in the pads. A little bit thicker, darker. Sometimes you can't see the bottom in certain areas. That's where you want to put your bait. See, swim in it. Nice and slow. By that tree. You find them smallmouth too, eh? That's his hiding spot. Right there, that tree. And I pitched it in about 3 times. Look at that, how tough they are, eh? Wow, they're tough. River smallmouth. Look at that bait where it's got it, eh? Right in the corner there. And see that? Sometimes they don't come out right away. Sometimes you gotta just go, go, go. I'm gonna show you something on river fishing. The currents come from that way here. As slow it really is, fish a lot of times position in river systems with their nose, just like trout or salmon do in rivers, etc., with their nose in the current. So that fish here, I pitched to the back first because I'm coming from downwind up. So I made some pitches to the back of the tree. As soon as I went around the front, let it drop a little bit, lifted it up, dropped, lifting it up. I saw the flash, dropped it, whew, he ate it right away. So a lot of times, think about that, where you are, where your positioning is. Where's the current coming from? Which way is the wind coming? Those fish will usually sit, or sometimes they will sit, facing with their nose against that current or against that wind on the structure. Let's keep going. There's a few ways to work this finesse bait. You want to throw it into real tight little sections like that, but I got the Premier Pro jig and the rodent and the game hog and stuff for the real nasty stuff. But for that stuff that I want to swim, I use that little tour grade finesse football with the baby rage craw, and I can cast it, pitch it into like stumps, trees are down to grass, but I will swim it over little flat on points where the grass comes up off the river edges and stuff, because that's where those smallmouth cruise. They're still on those little edges like that, hanging down there, but I can swim this thing. If I see a fish, I can drop it. Those little legs just kick back and forth. They see it, they're gonna eat it. I don't know how far out this log goes. Let's anticipate it's out here. Oh yeah, see? Yeah. Just said that too, eh? Look at him. He gobbled that one, didn't he? Oh, he's not ready yet. Now he is. Oh, that's a nice little smallie right there. I seen your hiding spot, didn't I, boy, huh? You want to see where he's hiding? I'm going to show you. See that log right there? Birch? And it come out, and I just anticipated, look at that, typical river fish. Look at smallmouth, how long he is. Lean and mean like a trout. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, so much fun. And you gotta look ahead. Little things where you think they could be. Because if you wanna just look at it and think, maybe I'm gonna get too close, spook a fish off, you're gonna lose a lot of fish. Keep your jig, bait, anything you're fishing with in the water. And you find those little hiding spots, like that one right there, pitch it out, go, wait to feel it. By good rods, good line, and obviously those edge reels, I can pitch nice and smooth with even the light stuff like that. I don't break fish off, I catch them. Let's keep going. Oh! You see that? Yeah, it felt like the smallmouth felt. Leading and it's coming, I'm pulling it off the tree, and it's a stickfish. Oh. See it coming too, and I was thinking, I was like, huh? How big is this? How big is this? Come on, arrowhead. See how far I stay back? I make sure that those fish, if they do come out and flare, miss my bait, or pull the rodent off, I can put another one on and stay back far enough and pitch back to the fish, maybe get them to bite. It's a big bonus. I'm fishing a little bit farther back. You'll still be able to see those fish come out with the Polaroids and pound them if it just flashes or flares on it. I saw him come out, saw him take it off, saw him swim away, back under the stump. Let's see if he's gonna come out again. Look at him. Wow. See that? Where he's living. Hey. Look where he is. You can see where he's been hiding too. Whoa. That's a nice one. It's a typical river fish. Look how long he is too. But they come out. One just took my rodent off. I put it back in, shook it around, changed it up, and look at that. That's a nice long river fish, eh? Beautiful thing. And look where he came from, right here. See the colors of him? Right there. Look at it. Crisscrossing logs, rocks here. It's a perfect spot right here. See how dark that is? I put it in, and you couldn't resist it. We're gonna put him in there for some pictures. He's nice. I love you, smallmouth. He had to eat the rodent. I'm gonna now kiss his house. How are you? You doing good? See what I mean? They can hide, but when I'm seeking, like a hound dog, looking for them, just my focus is right on where they should be. You lose some, you catch some, but you have fun. But you focus on those little hiding spots, you're gonna catch them. A few more around here, and then I'm gonna be going home. Let's go. I got a couple more spots that have some lay down logs, just out of the wind a bit. But you know what? Don't curse the wind. Even you're fishing those little hiding spots, it just stirs up the water a bit. And those fish, on a scale of 0 to 100, let's say, if they're weary, it just brings it down 50%. They'll see that little bait fall in that spot. It just increases your odds that they'll take a shot at it, even if they don't want to eat. Look at him. Crazy, crazy. Oh, gone. Big, fat smallmouth sitting on the stump. But you know what? Sometimes the big fish of the day don't end up on camera, end up on video camera, and they end up being lost. But you know what? I had a fantastic day. When you know it's good when you put the trolling motor down, sun's high, and they are there. And you're catching them on little finesse jigs, on the pro model jig, and the rodent as well. Next time you want to go play hide and seek, let them hide wherever they want. You put on the sunglasses, pull the hat down, and you seek them out and catch them. Take some pictures and let them go. Listen, thanks for watching. And I'm going to see you next time on Extreme Angler TV when fish like those get into the boat. And if you want more Extreme Angler, go to our website, extremeanglertv.com, and I'm sure you'll find us on all your popular social networks, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, because I know you're gonna like us.